So, I mean, when you're 18 years old, you don't know what to expect from life and where are you going in life actually. You don't have any clue. That's why I'm recording this video. Maybe someone can get something helpful from this video, and this is me sharing my experience after 8 years. You're probably wondering, why should you take advice from a stranger on the internet? I totally agree. My name is Omran. I'm a medical doctor, 26 years old. I speak 3 languages and I immigrated to another country to continue work and study. And here is 10 things I wish I knew when I was 18 years old. So starting right off the bat with something really important, and that is water. Water intake is actually very important. A lot of people overestimate how much water they take in a day. I would say most people don't drink the recommended water intake, and that is 2 liters per day. It's really not that strict. You can drink over or under the 2 liter mark, but like it's the recommended, and it's different from one person to the other based on their height, their weight, and how much water they need in a day. But like hydration is key to continue your work, to keep your health at a good level, I would say. Even if you feel like unmotivated some days, or you don't have the energy to do your daily tasks, it's not necessarily, but it's probably because of your dehydration or lack of water. Actually, you need to drink more water, and the recommended daily is 2 liters. Now, some say it's called water and some say it's called water. Either way, you're gonna bleed from your ears because of my accent and my pronunciation, so don't focus a lot on my water or water pronunciation of the liquid form of H2O, okay? It's H2O, so I don't know, pick your preferable kind of language, English language. Either it's water or water. Either way, it's H2O, and you need 2 liters of this H2O every day. That's my number one and the most important thing that I wish I knew when I was 18 years old. Coming up at number 2, and that is your sugar intake. You should limit your sugar intake. That's the free sugar or the added sugar that you take from your foods or your drinks. So when you drink your tea or your coffees with sugar, I don't know why do you do that. Stop doing that, please. Don't drink your coffee with sugar. It's not tasty and it's not healthy. Please don't drink the coffee with sugar, bro. Your sugar intake should be limited to 25 to 35 grams per day of added sugar or free sugar, and that is the sugar that you found in sweeteners or in sweets, basically, or every drink that has sugar in it. It's called free sugar, and it's bad for your health. You should get away from it. The most important risk out of taking a lot of sugar every day is obviously the risk of diabetes, and consuming large amounts of sugars every day can cause sugar crash. Sugar crash is actually this insulin spike after you consume large amounts of sugars every day. You're gonna suffer after a while from insulin resistance. You're gonna develop insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is actually your body saying no to insulin. Insulin is not effective anymore in your body, and that is a big risk factor for developing diabetes type 2 specifically. So as long as you can, just get away from eating free sugars or added sugars, because you're not gonna get energy from it, and you're gonna suffer from demotivation or reduced levels of energy because of this sugar crash that I already talked about. And at number 3, I would say waking up early is really important. Some say that they prefer to stay awake at night. I personally prefer to wake up early in the day, because waking up early is very beneficial if you think about it. In the early mornings at around 5 or 6 o'clock, not a lot of people are awake, and you don't have this stimulants around you. Nobody's gonna call you at that hour, and you have this calmness to focus on your work and to do better in your job or your tasks, daily tasks, because at that time you don't have this distractions around you, and you can focus on your study or whatever you are doing. The most productive hours in the day are the first 3 or 4 hours. So that's why I recommend waking up early around 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. It's gonna be like the golden hours, because also sleeping at night between 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock is also best for your health. And I already talked about it in the video, and it's called Circadian Rhythm. If you want to check it out, I'm gonna link it down below in the description. At number 4, we have reading. The more you read, the more knowledge you're gonna accumulate, and obviously books are really beneficial for your overall development. Books are basically, as some say, is the experiences from people that wrote them. So basically you're getting the experience from someone who is really successful at 60 or 50 years old. So he accumulated those experiences and those successes and he put it in a book. So reading books are really good for you because also reading is like an exercise for your mind. I know it's a bit cliche to say that, but reading is really necessary, and your mind is like a muscle. The more you train it, the better it gets. And without training, it's actually after a while you're gonna notice that it's hard to think or hard to study or hard to accumulate information. You can't sit on the desk and read for like 10 minutes or 15 minutes. You're gonna get really bored and you're gonna get away from it. So I would say reading and practicing reading is really helpful. I would say it's practicing, because at the first it's going to be really hard, but after a while it's going to get better and you're going to love reading, and that's going to be helpful in your everyday life. And reading also can open up your eyes to new aspects of life. You're going to think in a different way after you finish a book, and you're going to accumulate a large amount of information after you finish a book. Currently, I'm reading the book Show Your Work by Austin Kleon. It's really helpful to get you going if you're trying to make content, and I would recommend it 100% every day. At number 5, we have dream. You should have this mentality that you shouldn't give about anything in life. I would suggest that you go ahead, chase your dreams, because you only live once. YOLO, am I right? Because you don't have another chance and you only live once, you should actually chase your dreams, because a lot of people that are old enough, around I would say 60 or 70, they would think about it and they would say, I wish I chased my dreams, because it's not worth it to live the normal life. And you only live once. Why should you just live this average life? If you have dreams, you should chase them. At every living moment, you should chase your dreams, because after a while, you would realize that your life is not the way that you might like or you want it to be, and you would always think about your dreams. So I would say chase your dreams, because you only live once and you don't want to live an average life that you don't want. Or you don't wish. You don't want to be in your 50s or 60s and say, I wish I did that when I was 20 years old. And the older you get, the bigger the regret gonna be. So I would say try to chase your dreams as long as you can. It's never too late, and when you're 18 years old, you have this advantage that you are still young. You can mess up a lot of things and it's gonna be okay. So go ahead and chase your dreams. At number 6, I would say get away from negative people, or people that affect you in a negative way or a negative manner. No matter what the cost is, you need to get away from those people. Those people are gonna affect your life, gonna hinder you down. They're not gonna let you chase your dreams, and they're not gonna let you focus on your life. They are just like a vampire, gonna suck the time out of your life, and you would not realize it until it's too late. So the moment you realize you're hanging out with negative people, I would say just get away from there and don't look back, because it's not worth it. Believe me, after a while you're gonna regret every moment that you spend with those people. Just surround yourself with the right people. The people are gonna motivate you to chase your dreams. People are gonna push you harder, push you to do better, to do the best that you can. Those are the people that you want to hang out with, and try to keep the company of people that are better than you, and the people that gonna help you reach your goals every day and every waking hour. At number 7, we have languages. Languages are pretty much useful for everyone, and as a guy who speaks 3 languages now, I would say that you need languages in your everyday life, especially if you're interacting with new people and you're interacting with a new culture. You need this language, because languages is the key to open the doors to new cultures and to making new friends. Especially if you are in a new country, you need this language. And the more languages that you learn, the more opportunities gonna open up for you. Nowadays, you have a lot of informations and sources that you can learn languages from. I would say the Duolingo app is really helpful in the early stages of you learning the new language. And there's a lot of other apps and a lot of YouTube channels that can help you get better in a new language. And at number 8, we have focus span. Focus span is really important. Nowadays, people are suffering from shorter focus span because of the daily use of social networks and the internet. Basically, it's gonna affect you badly in your focus span. That's why most people are suffering from learning new stuff or just sitting there for 30 minutes or an hour to learn or study for an exam. Nowadays, it feels like a torture to sit for an hour or 2 hours without checking your phone or just like scrolling through Instagram or any other app. That's why I would suggest you make your focus span longer. You can reach that actually by doing boring stuff. As strange as it sounds, doing boring stuff is really important and helpful for your focus span and your productivity. So the more boring stuff that you do, the more productive gonna be, because when you're bored, it's the best time to focus on your daily task or the tasks that you have in your day. At number 9, we have family or close friends. At a young age, you would sit with your family and think that's okay. I'm not having any fun with my family. I need to go out. I need to do stuff. After a certain age, you're gonna realize that your family is the best thing in your life and the most important thing actually. Especially if you're not in your hometown or in your country, you would suffer from that. I would say if you're 18 years old and you're still living with your family or you have these moments with them, I would say cherish these moments with them and be present in the moment. And last but not least, at number 10, we have subscribe to the channel. No, I'm just kidding. At number 10, we have trying new stuff, try new hobbies, try new instrument, try new adventure, because you only live once, as I said, and if you don't try new stuff, you don't know if you like it or not. You need to try new stuff to discover a lot of aspects in your life and enjoy your free time. Obviously, without affecting your job or affecting your goals, but like enjoy your free time, because free time is also important in your life. Without free time, you can't keep going for longer periods of time. And as a bonus one, I want to add one more thing, and that is working with calendars or planners. You need to have daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, or even yearly goals. What you're supposed to do in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. So this was my top 10 things I wish I knew when I was 18 years old. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Maybe you got some information or helpful advices from me, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.